My son teacher decided to cut his afro into this style during school hours. I'm livid.
So that is a parent in the Minnesota area who their child went to school and a teacher decided your afro's gotta go and it's my job to do that. And so they apparently cut it. And you can see there complete with convenient robot voice that's not a great job that they did. I mean, if they did the best haircut ever, it would be fundamentally unacceptable, but terrible, terrible job. And by the way, Tadow Baby, who posted that, says an officer told me it was a miscommunication, not assault or any criminal charges could be filed. The charges couldn't be filed because their 12-year-old gave consent. It's 12-year-old and it's their teacher. Did they? I mean, who knows? Why would anyone just take the word of the teacher there? But it's not the teacher's job. Why does this keep coming up, Francesca? And let's also note that it's always done to black children. That like it's not like a lot of white kids need a closer crew cut, and so teachers are like, "Well, I brought my snippers." It's always this particular racial bias. Why do teachers think that this is their job?
No, if it's a white kid, it's like, I went to school with cornrows and now I am the most popular person. That's their TikTok. No, look, here's the thing about these stories. If this were the first time we had seen a teacher or an adult or a coach or some administrator get their hands on like the hair of a black child and begin to cut it, I'd be like, no, I don't believe that. No, I think he might be making it up. But we've seen this time and again. Guys, my piano teacher used to cut my fingernails and I was like, ew, wow, my body, my choice. Like I was can you imagine the humiliation and just the pain of having your hair cut in public in front of your fellow classmates?
The message that it sends about so many different things simultaneously. Look, as you point out, it's happened before. We're gonna give you the headlines in a sec, but first, here is a second video that was put up by Tadow Baby showing what the child's hair looked like prior to this intervention. And so, yeah, you can see there he has like it's an awesome fitting hairstyle and it's also his family's choice. It is not up to you. And by the way, I'm not trying to demonize teachers or whatever. There's been way too much of that. Teachers do amazing work and all along the way they're underpaid and underrespected and they deserve far more than they get. They also sometimes go too far and generally in areas of race. And this is an example of it. So there was a teacher in Lawrence who cut their students' hair without their parents' consent. You can see that headline. There was a biracial girl's hair that was cut. Her father sued claiming discrimination.
Yeah.
A California teacher faced charges after forcibly cutting a student's hair while singing the anthem. So
holy,
can't get much weirder than that. Stop with the hair stuff. Like, I don't know how much clearer we can be as a society. Stop with the hair stuff.
When would you put your hands on a white child or a non-black child's head and cut their hair? Would you cut off someone, a white girl's braids? No. If a white kid had a long hair, would you just cut? No, you would never, ever do that to any other kid. And yet somehow with black children, that's totally fine. And again, I don't know the race of the teacher in question, but a lot of times
I don't know.
Right, and a lot of times it's white teachers, let's be real. But like, also, I just wanna say, that kid's so-called afro was incredibly short. If you're just listening. It wouldn't matter
if it wasn't, but it was also short.
It wouldn't matter, but it's like, wow, so that's what you found so like, what, obstructive, offensive? It wouldn't matter if it was like a 10-inch afro or with a giant comb, like a comb in it, who cares? It is not your right to do this. And again, it's like, it is the family's choice, but more so it's the child's choice. I'm just like, this is a time when we're being told that we're not supposed to talk about racial discrimination historically or currently in our schools.
100%. No, it's not acceptable. I don't know the race of the teacher, but again, it wouldn't matter. And again, it is still happening to a black child.
For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/thedamagereport. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.